Jin Kazama, once consumed by Devil's Blood, declared war on the world as head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Deeming Jin to be a high-risk target, the UN forces moved to annihilate Lars Alexandersson's rebel army that was providing him with shelter. An orbital strike launched from a satellite annihilated the rebel army hideout, and his protectors fell one after another. The UN's actions enraged Jin, causing him to lose control and set the devil loose in pursuit of vengeance.
皆殺しにしてやろう。
Resurrected original devil had been sealed in Zafina's left arm several months prior, and yet the pulsation of his evil had grown stronger by the day. Zafino sought out Claudio Serafino, the most powerful practitioner of the serious marksman. The exorcist revealed that Azazel must materialize if he is to be destroyed completely. And so, Zafina embarked on a journey to bestow a temporary measure of strength to the demon.
When you dared show your face again, Azazel, that was your demise. Power of the devil, return to my left arm! Ha! Azazel, be sealed! Ha! The devil's power has now been sealed inside this crystal. Claudio! The time is now!
Demone immondo! Sparisci per sempre! Via!
Claudio, I thank you. With this, millennia of fighting comes to an end. And now, I will embark on a new journey.
Victor Chevalier is the legendary founder of the UN's Independent Forces Unit and is known by his codename Phantom Raven. The Admiral worked tirelessly for world peace and to end the ever-expanding conflict between the Mishima Zaibatsu and G Corporation. Amidst his efforts, the King of Iron Fist tournament was announced in order to choose the next head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Believing a UN-controlled conglomerate could bring an end to the war, Victor took up his beloved Takemikazuchi blade and joined the tournament.
Nous sommes les seuls à pouvoir contrôler l'équilibre des puissances de ce monde.
It was good that Admiral Victor won and brought Mishima Zaibatsu under the UN's control, but the G Corporation hasn't stopped causing violence.
Yeah, we're almost at the port. I hope nothing happens.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Ne tirez pas ici, imbécile. Je m'en charge. Et d'un. Et un autre. Merci. Et encore un. C'est le dernier. Trop lent. Vous, occupez-vous de nettoyer ça. Je fais attendre une dame importante.
Don't tell me he deployed a submarine to impress a woman.
Is this normal in friends?
No, it's just him.
The secret daughter of Heihachi Mishima attended Mishima Polytechnical School. She loved and respected her father, whom she saw as a role model, but Heihachi vanished after his defeat by Kazuya Mishima. The now headless Mishima Zaibatsu put on the The King of Iron Fist tournament in order to choose a new head of the organization. Reina entered the tournament to take over the Mishima Zaibatsu and carry on her father's legacy.
お父様、私が必ず三島財閥を手に入れてみせます。
当主様、連れてまいりました。
おとなしくしろ。
無様だな。それが貴様に突きつけられた世界の答えだ。
おりゃ！抜けよ！貴様！ぐほっ！
沈め！
ぐほっ！
頭が高い。身の程を知れ、雑魚が。邪魔だ。新たなる世界の枠組みは私が作る。平八お父様のご意志、未来永劫ついえはしない。なんてな、がっかりさせてくれるなよ。
Known as the White Angel of Death, Sergei Dragunov is feared around the world for his prowess in battle. As the conflict between G Corporation and the Mishima Zaibatsu enveloped the planet in chaos, he received new orders. Enter the King of Iron Fist tournament and seize control of the Mishima Zaibatsu for himself. Dragunov assented with his usual cold and detached demeanor and set out to join the tournament. The Mishima Zaibatsu, as well as its myriad assets, were placed under the supervision of Dragunov's homeland, and thus the White Angel of Death was finally given a brief yet well-deserved respite.
К другим новостям. Очередная компания пала жертвой глобального экономического кризиса, вызванного действиями корпорации G. Всемирно известное издательство объявило о банкротстве.
all-powerful, Feng Wei followed the teachings of the Shinken Scrolls, overcoming masters of various styles. Despite his intensive studies, he lost to the Wing Chun master Leroy Smith in the previous The King of Iron Fist tournament. There would be no progress until he managed to defeat Leroy. Thus, Feng entered the new tournament when it was announced. Defeat all other masters and conquer their styles. The perfect warrior transcends all to become the Dragon God. So say the Shinken Scrolls.
无不会再重蹈覆辙，等着吧 ，Leroy Smith.
Defeated Leroy Smith, then claimed victory at the tournament. Yet the Kempo master felt no conceit, devoting himself to reaching even greater heights.
"吾终于称霸天空。
Bad sugar. What were you doing, sugar?
Excelling in its performance tests, Jack 7 was officially adopted as the main humanoid weapon of G Corporation. Amidst the mass production of Jack 7s, Jane threw herself into the development of a new model, featuring revolutionary specs befitting a next-gen machine. Just as her work was to come to fruition, the Mishima Zaibatsu announced the next entry in the King of Iron Fist tournament. Jane completed Jack 8's combat data collection and made the final adjustments for the new machine to enter the tournament.
Go get him, my sweet Jack! Collect data on their battle movements and power up!
Jack 8! A new era has begun!
The tournament ends with Jack 8 as the victor.
My Jack is the best! You look so cool, Jack! Okay, let's check the data you collected. First, Li Chaolan. Next is Steve Fox. Finally, Elisa Boscanovich. Huh? You didn't have to learn that!
Containing a perpetual motion machine, Brian Fury is a berserker who stops at nothing to get what he wants. Having rampaged across the world's battlefields, the recent dearth of large-scale combat left the replicant yearning for such savage thrills. While searching for a new challenge, Brian heard of the King of Iron Fist tournament to select a new head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Brian rushed to join the fray, seeing the tournament as the perfect opportunity to realize his goal, a world dominated by violence. practitioner of an ancient exorcist group known as the Serious Marksmen. One day, he was visited by Zafina, a mysterious woman with an evil aura emanating from her left hand. The young warrior beseeched Claudio to help her destroy the creature sealed within her arm, Azazel, the original devil. Hearing that the devil gene's progenitor would soon resurrect, the exorcist vowed to defeat Azazel and the rest of his ilk.
Demoni ripugnanti, la luce di Sirio vi purificherà.
È inutile. Antico demone. Il tuo destino è segnato. Basterà un colpo! Per vincere e raggiungere le stelle! La terribile calamità è stata annientata. Creature maledette, sprofondate nell'oscurità per sempre.
Taekwondo master Hwarang remained determined to settle the score with his longtime rival, the missing Jin Kazama. He went to the Middle East in search of Jin.
재미없어. 그 녀석한테 이기지 못하면 우승에도 의미가 없다고. 진, 대체 어디 있는 거냐? 늦어도 너무 늦었잖아. 진! 아, 이게 뭐야? 자식!
Heihachi Mishima's pet, and an enthusiastic member of the Mishima Zaibatsu's prized Tekken force. But his master Heihachi fell in battle against his son Kazuya Mishima, and his fate remained a mystery. The now headless Mishima Zaibatsu announced anew the King of Iron Fist tournament to select a new head of the organization. Kuma vowed to win the tournament to keep Heihachi's ambition alive and to fulfill his own dream.
The winner is Len Xiaoyao!
The mighty ogre in Yakushima, where she narrowly escaped death by fleeing to the Kazama Sanctum. As she drifted in and out of consciousness, she was overcome with scenes of a deadly struggle between her beloved Kazuya Mishima and son Jin Kazama. Upon waking from her long nightmare, June realized her visions were a reflection of how the pair stood in the real world. She set off for Italy to put an end to this quarrel between father and son.
和也さん、ジン、必ずあなたたちを救ってみせます。
休憩だ。
そこまで。いい加減にしなさい。
ジン、和也さん、夢だったのね。
He bolstered his forces to oppose the Mishima Zaibatsu and G Corporation. The immense power struggle that unfolded between these two massive conglomerates had brought the world and its people to the very brink of annihilation. Soon thereafter, he heard the announcement of the King of Iron Fist tournament to select the next head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Lars resolved to join the tournament and gain the authority he needed to put an end to the global pandemonium.
この千載一遇のチャンス、逃すわけにはいかない。
G Corporation forces are trying to take over the world, but we of the Rebel Army refuse to let that happen on our watch. We've gathered state-of-the-art flying boats in good number. So too do we have the latest weaponry, one for you and one for you too. There's plenty of fun to be had as well. You're certain to have the time of your life. Come, we want you to join the Rebel Army. Join now and we will provide a high-performance battlesuit when you enlist. There's no need to worry about raids from G-Corp. We have reliable allies on our side. Captain Elisa Boskonovich.
皆様は私が守ります。
Join us in our fight for freedom. Commander Lars Alexanderson.
我々は必ず勝利する。私は君を待っている。カット。いやー、最高の演技だったよ、ラース。お疲れ様です、
ラース。とっても素敵でした、ラース。
いや、アリサこそとても良かったよ。たくさんの仲間が集まるといいな。
大丈夫、きっと集まりますよ。
隊員が集まればアリサの負担も減らすことができる。
そんな私のことは気にしないでください。
いつだって気にするさ。
ラース、
これからもよろしく頼む。
He's backed by the Mishima Zaibatsu. The Wing Chun master moved to crush the Mishima Zaibatsu himself, but the news of Heihachi Mishima's disappearance circulated throughout the world. Afterward, the Mishima Zaibatsu announced the King of Iron Fist tournament to select the new head of the organization. Sensing another chance to dismantle the conglomerate once and for all, Leroy pledged to win the tournament.
Man, what a stubborn bunch. Now's the time for a good cleanup. Sugar, no!
大きくなったね、シュガー。
So did you, Xiaoyu. I'm glad you came. You were about this tall back then.
今はこんなに大きくなりました。
I was surprised to see you at the tournament.
そうだね。私が本当に小さかった頃以来だもんね。
The last time I saw you was on the streets of Hong Kong. What do you say we spar again?
うん。
Come on, then.
今度は負けないよ。
agent and ninjutsu master tasked with special ops missions for the UN's independent force, established by Victor Chevalier, codenamed Raven. In order to deal with the worsening chaos of current world affairs, Raven trained diligently under the master who taught Eastern martial arts to Victor. As he honed his fighting skills, the now headless Mishima Zaibatsu announced the King of Iron Fist tournament. With his training complete, Raven decided to join the tournament in hopes of placing the Mishima Zaibatsu under UN control.
Witness my evolved ninjutsu.
I am sorry to interrupt, sir.
Te voilà. Quel combat incroyable. J'ai senti mon sang bouillir.
Forgive me. What? Raven is dead. What does this mean? Huh? How did that get there?
Raven, tu commanderas désormais ton unité sous le nom de code Great Raven.
I'm honored.
Il y a une dame qui m'attend. Continue de faire du bon travail. Tu es en charge du reste.
Aye, aye, sir.
Run by Li Chaolan had reached a turning point with its next-gen battlesuits. Despite their excellent performance and myriad features, they would require the use of live field tests to advertise their appeal before they could begin a global rollout. Around this time, news reached the company president's ears. The announcement of the King of Iron Fist tournament organized by the Mishima Zaibatsu. Lee had been looking for a way to make an effective PR push and decided to enter the tournament to do just that.
やはりここは私自身が性能をアピールするしかあるまい。
Now the head of the Mishima Zaibatsu, he began mass-producing the next-gen battlesuit he used in the tournament. These suits were used to put an end to the war, boosting his influence even further.
Master, お知らせが一件ございます。
こういう時は気の利いた報告を聞きたいものだ。
先ほど我がバイオレットシステムズの平和維持活動部隊が奇襲に遭い、各所で甚大な被害が出ております。
何？ヘイ、ハッチ、ライブ映像を出してくれ。
こちらになります。
苦戦しているようだね。仕方ない。ここは私の出番だね。ハチ、留守番を頼んだよ。
かしこまりました、マスター。
エクセレント。ブリリアント。
Leo miraculously managed to reunite with long-lost father Nicholas Gleason. A world-renowned archaeologist, Nicholas had narrowly escaped from one of the Mishima Zaibatsu's excavation sites and had been on the run from them ever since. Fortunately, Leo heard the news of the King of Iron Fist tournament that would decide the new head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. As the head of the organization, Leo's father's safety could be secured and they could remain together, so Leo decided to join the tournament.
Halt durch, Papa. Ich verspreche dir, ich werde gewinnen. Papa, ich glaube, wir haben einen unglaublichen archäologischen Fund gemacht.
Da hast du recht.
Sei vorsichtig. Was?
Hä? Was hast du getan, Papa?
Ich habe ihn nur ganz kurz berührt.
Was ist denn, Papa?
Lauf! Das sind Sachen vom Kaliber kostarikanischer Steinkugeln!
Was sollen wir tun? Die Ruinen stürzen ein!
Nichts als ein bedauerlicher Unfall. Das bleibt unter uns. Leo, hier kommen wir raus!
Lauf, Papa!
The Iron Fist tournament was held. Lily lost to her eternal rival, Asuka Kazama. The Rochefort heiress devoted herself to training, waiting for a chance at a rematch to regain her lost honor. One day, news of the tournament to decide the next head of the Mishima Zaibatsu reached Lily's ears. Seeing her rival's name on the roster, she went behind her father's back to enter the tournament and put her Asuka countermeasures to good use.
Tu vas voir ce que tu vas voir, Asuka. Je vous promets à tous qu'en tant que chef de la Mishima Zaibatsu, je ferai de ce monde un monde meilleur. Merci infiniment. Bonjour, Maître Leroy. Les discours me rendent toujours nerveuse.
What? You're the head of Mishima Zaibatsu now. It's expected of you.
En fait, je n'étais pas vraiment intéressée par le poste.
Hey, you two. What are you two rich people talking about? If you're talking about ways to earn money, I want in.
Au fait, ce café Smith.
Oh, this?
J'ai entendu dire que ce n'était pas vraiment politique.
I haven't let me check.
C'était une bien belle danse. Comme je le pensais, le combat me sied beaucoup mieux. Je dois partir. Tu viens, ça?
Williams led the Tekken Force raid on the rebel army hideout to capture Jin Kazama, former head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. The raid was cut short due to the tactics of Li Chaolan, causing her to quit the Mishima Zaibatsu and return to her assassin-for-hire roots. One day she heard the announcement of a new The King of Iron Fist tournament to select the new head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. She stood on the sidelines at first, but a certain client asked her to join the tournament and handle all those who would side with G Corporation.
The client is Li Chaolan. That man has some nerve.
わざわざ私を呼び出すとは一体どのようなご用件かな
That was for blowing up the whole building. Consider us even now.